I. Flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Mead.
Here.
Ms. DeVries.
Here.
Mr. Stoney.
Here.
Mr. Murray.
Here.
Mr. Bailey.
Here.
Question.
Here.
Here. Here. Here. Notice of this meeting has been provided through resolution adopted by the mayor and council on December 16, 2024. It's a regular meeting of the mayor and town council at the Boonton Town Hall, 100 Washington Street, Boonton, New Jersey, and by electronic mailing to the citizens of Morris County and the Dale Record newspapers, through posting on the town website and by filing a copy of the same with the town clerk. Members of the public were also permitted to submit written comments prior to the meeting via mail or email, which may be summarized or read in their entirety during the public comment period. All public comments, whether during the public portion of the meeting or submitted beforehand, shall be limited to no greater than 3 minutes. At this time, we'll move on to various committee and liaison reports, starting with our administrator, Neil Henry.
Thank you, Mayor. Highlights from the Administrator's Office for the time period of December 2nd through December 15th, which are not on your agenda this evening, are as follows. With the pending retirement of Bob Bezzi, I am now in the process of interviewing candidates to replace him. Second round interviews will take place this week, and final interviews will be held during the first week of January. Work has also begun in formulating a transitional plan, which we would put in place once Bob is retired. It's going to be done in 2 phases, a short-term plan and a longer-term plan once Bob's replacement is identified and retained. As reported at our last meeting, work was done with the town water engineer to clear the way through to get the upgrades done at our Wellfield transmission plant back on track. It appears that a workaround has been put in place that would not require a second hearing by the Boonton Township Planning Board. I'll know for sure later this week. Interviews have also been held for candidates to replace our fire inspector who recently retired. We have identified 1 candidate we would like to hire. The administration is currently running a background check on the individual. I see that happening in the middle part of January. And also, to wrap things up, work has also begun coordinating appointments and other matters associated with the meeting agenda for the January 1st, 2026 reorganization meeting. That concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. Any comments or questions for Mr. Henry?
Yeah, just one question, Neil. The Boonton Avenue, the Welcome to Boonton sign that I know was replaced, but I think still needed some additional painting. Just wondering if there's any updates on that.
Last Bob Ezzy had told me he was going to have the guy come in and finish that up. I'm assuming it has not been done.
Not as a few days ago.
I will follow up again with either Bob or somebody else to see if we have a timeline on that.
I appreciate it. Thank
I
you.
believe there's temperature limitations when it's 28 degrees or 18 degrees.
It's hard to pick.
But
Yeah,
I'm on it.
Impossible.
Thank you.
Moving on to planning board, Councilmember Murray.
Thank you, Mayor. The last planning board meeting was on December 10th. At that time, there were no applications or resolutions heard. We did congratulate the retiring chair of the planning board, Doug Phelps, as he stepped down after 22 years on the board. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Boonton Homes Library, I will take that one. We met, I believe it was last Tuesday. The library director was very happy to report that they had received a $20,000 donation from a resident, and they intend to use that donation to renovate the what will be the teen room. They just recently had a very large project there, updating the children's room. There will be a grand opening ceremony for that sometime in January. The date has not yet been finalized. And finally, Trustee Jess Frascione, who served on as a trustee for a number of years, will be moving out of town, and last meeting was her last. So I'd like to publicly thank her for her service. Moving on, Boonton Main Street, Councilmember Murray.
Thank you, Mayor. The last meeting of the Boonton Main Street was canceled due to Thanksgiving holiday, but I did want to mention that they did find a new treasurer after a short search. Thank you.
Okay. Fire Department, Councilmember Wilkowski.
Thankfully, it's going good.
Okay, thank you for that. Historic Preservation, Councilmember Balin.
Historic Preservation meeting occurred on December 3rd. The committee reviewed 2 applications, one for a facade grant one signage. Both were conditionally approved. And the HPC is in communication with Mr. Laverty regarding those conditions. No further items.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Councilmember Balen? Seeing none, Board of Education, Councilmember Di Venezia.
Okay, I'll try to get through this as quickly as I can. So the Board of Ed has, of course, met twice since my last report. The 24th of November, of note was that the Board of Ed chose to appoint Mary McMahon to fill the seat that was left empty by Dan's untimely death. And so we wish her the best of luck, and she's already making contributions. The Home and School Association is selling calendar raffles through the end of the year. So talk to an HSA member if you're interested. I think that they're $25. And also Courtney Mondino is collecting clothes for Cinderella's Closet through February. These clothes are for like prom dresses and shoes and bags and things like that. Also, I think that they last year they got a donation of some men's clothing as well for kids who might not otherwise be able to afford clothes for prom. The auditor presented the results for the district audit. They said that financially they're in fairly good shape regarding reporting. There's nothing out of the ordinary. But of course, healthcare costs continue to be a problem. On the 8th, the board president wanted to thank the council for the extra leaf pickup. So I just wanted to pass that on. I did communicate a resident's concern regarding the traffic on Monroe Street, which we have also spoken with Chief Patonic about. There will be some phone and security upgrades that begin this week and will finish up during the break to replace obsolete components of the phone system. And there was a change order for the roof job. It was reduced by 88,000 because they did not need some of the contingency fees that were put in the original contract. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Councilmember Di Venezia?
I got one.
Yeah.
Did this, regarding Monroe Street, did the school say they were going to do anything outside, or they're just relying on the police to do the painting and monitoring?
I believe, if I can check in, the curb, the Monroe Street was painted, the yellow. I have not followed up to see if there's been any kind of change in that traffic. I can follow up with the resident or with the superintendent.
But what I'm really looking for is are they putting anybody out there to monitor, like any?
Not at this
a
time.
crossing guard like they do in front of the school?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, there is a sign. I know that, I believe that there was also a grant that was perhaps not, I'm not sure if it wasn't fully expended or if maybe the funds did not extend to the completion of the project as far as creating a better drop-off spot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Suggest, why don't we look and see if as far as the lines work? If not, then we'll ask them if they can put a crossing guard there.
It's worth looking into.
Thank you. Moving on, let's get to our main event. Doug, you join me up front, please. Hopefully your expertise spend to working the microphones.
Press the button.
We generally put the youngest person on the end, so that
You guys can come up here and take pictures.
I think you just press the green button.
Yeah, if you can come up front, if you want to take pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
All right. Serving as the mayor, you may not know, is basically you're the complaint department, so it's not always pleasant. But this truly is an honor to be able to recognize somebody who's done so much for town. So we have a proclamation naming Doug as Citizen of the Year, which is, one of the things that really make our town special. So thank you for that. Whereas in 1989, Douglas Phelps and his wife Beth purchased a home on Roosevelt Avenue in Boonton, where they made a home for their daughters, Sally and Perry. In the more than 30 years since, Doug has been a dependable neighbor, dedicated volunteer, and proud advocate for the town of Boonton. And whereas Doug has served on the planning board for over 2 decades, including 10 years as chairman, Doug skillfully led the board in guiding responsible development through thoughtful decision-making. Doug's leadership style, built on strong communication skills and a fairness to all, has proved invaluable to the work of the board. And Whereas Doug is the CEO of a general contracting company, Phelps Construction Group, known for its award-winning work, including the construction of the new Statue of Liberty Museum and renovations at the Prudential Center in Newark. Phelps Construction was headquartered in Boonton for 18 years. Our community has been fortunate to have Doug's deep knowledge of construction and business at work for our town. And whereas Doug and his firm donated their services to build out the Lowe's and Fish's Community Food Pantry, Doug truly exemplifies Boonton's motto, small town, big heart. And whereas Doug is an active member of the Boonton United Methodist Church, where he served as trustee since 2012. And whereas Doug has helped step forward and offered his expertise and support whenever the town needed guidance on a construction project. He continues to demonstrate his love for Boonton and his genuine belief in his heart and his potential. His dedication and quiet acts of service have helped shape the town we call home. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that Douglas Phelps is Boonton's Citizen of the Year. The governing body does hereby express its utmost respect for Doug's intelligence and integrity, as well as his gratitude for his willingness to share his time and talents. We wish Doug and his family all the best in the years to come. Thank you very much, and I'm proud to offer this. I'm proud to tell you. Thank you. All right, you're limited to 15-minute speech.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Oh,
Doug.
thank you, Doug.
Thanks for coming. Next up, we have correspondence from our retiring DPW Superintendent, Robert Ezzi. Dear Mr. Henry, effective January 1, 2026, I am irrevocably retiring from my employment as Superintendent of Public Works for the town of Boonton. I understand that this retirement and retirement date is not revocable. Can I get a motion that we accept this correspondence with gratitude?
So move, Bukowski.
Second, Evenesia.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks very much. Moving on to consent agenda, resolutions 25-284 through 25-296. Getting a motion to open this up for council discussion.
So moved, Balin.
Second, Bukowski.
All in favor?
Aye.
Are there any resolutions on the consent agenda that any council members care to comment on or question?
Once again, thank Mr. Ezzi for his years of service.
Thank you. Then I would close the council discussion and call for a motion to move consent agenda forward.
So move, Bukowski.
Second,
We'll get a roll call, please.
Bailey.
Yes.
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 Mayor.
Yes. Next up is unfinished business. There's a typo here, but it's ordinance 21-25, public hearing, proposed adoption. An ordinance of the town of Boonton, County of Morris, State of New Jersey, to amend Part 2, General Legislation, Chapter 201, Parking. I'll call for a motion to open this up for public hearing.
So move, Bukowski.
Second, Balin.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any members of the public wishing to step forward to discuss this particular ordinance, please come forward. The microphone's yours for 3 minutes. Seeing none, I would close the public hearing and call for motion to open this up to town council discussion.
So move, Bukowski.
Second, Castleton.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any members of the council have any comments or questions before we call this for motion?
No, I think it's well due, time wise. Good,
Thank you.
but yeah.
Any others? Then I'm going to call for a motion to move ordinance 21-25 forward.
So moved, Weissman.
Second, Murray.
Third.
And fourth. Roll call, please.
Mr. Balin.
Yes.
Ms. Casconi. Yes. Ms. Divanazia.
Yes.
Mr. Murray.
Yes.
Mr. Weissman.
Yes.
Mr. Meehan.
Yes.
Mr. Wikilsky?
Yes.
Mayor Lynch?
Yes.
That was everybody, right?
Little tricky, throwing us out of order. I like that.
Okay, next up, ordinance eighteen 25 an ordinance of the Town of Booton amending chapter 130, section 20 of the Code of the Town of Booton, modifying water and sewer rates for all customers. And we call for a motion to open this up for public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Any members of the public wishing to come forward to discuss this ordinance, please do so. Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing and open this up for town council. Actually, call for motion to open this up for town council instead.
Move Divenesia.
Seconded Casconi?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any members of the council have comments or questions regarding this particular ordinance?
Just one very briefly, which is to say thank you to Mr. Yazdi, our CFO, because I think he is, for a number of years, there were no increases, then there was a big balloon increase. And I think Mr. Yazdi has been really, with obviously working with Mr. Henry, been very careful in making sure that we're not only thinking about this year, but thinking about all the years to come. This ordinance is coming with a lot of context behind it and a lot of hard work to make sure that we're doing this the way that's really smart and builds in long-term sustainability. So I just appreciate him. I just want to say that I really appreciate the work that went into getting to this point.
Well, I agree. Instead of hitting somebody in 5 years, just gradually phase it in.
Well, and building out, understanding what does it do this year? What does this do this
Yeah,
year?
Right.
What's the impact of a 2025 decision on 2028, 2030 is really important.
Thank you. I also found our water superintendent,
Yeah.
I'm a butcher's last name, but Gary, very impactful as well.
I just have one brief comment, which was I would like to ask that the outcome of this ordinance be communicated in our town newsletter that we send out at the first of the year, so that people are not surprised when they get their next water bill, and is that we can get just the word out to people that this change is being made.
You can ask.
I can ask. Can it be granted?
I think if you want action, you have to make a motion.
I'd like to move to have the water
Can we make a motion in the middle of
of a discussion.
We should adopt first.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were still. Absolutely.
Then we can direct Henry to pass. So it could be a voice.
Okay.
Well, then let's do it in the proper order.
All right. Any other comments?
Yeah, I think essentially you said it, but I just want to stress that the Finance and Personnel Committee discussed this at length with great input from Mr. Yazdi and our water and superintendent. And these rate increases are, they're certainly not frivolous. We discussed the impact as Councilmember Divenesia is indicating. But we're trying to keep, our heads above water in the water department.
Well, not to go to the well too many times here, but one of the things that Gary,
Water jokes. Come on.
one of the things that Gary pointed out is that he tried to demonstrate, people complain about the cost of water, which is, a valuable commodity that we really need to provide. But when you compare the cost, have we privatized, go to American Water or one of those other Suez, we're a fraction of what that's, and they nickel and dime you on everything. So he made a very good presentation, and he actually advocated for much higher increases than what we did. So having said that, we'll close the council comments and call for motion to move this ordinance forward.
So move, Wikilsky.
Second, Divenesia.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Balin?
Yes.
Ms. Casconi? Yes. Ms. Divenesia?
Yes.
Mr. Meehan?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. Wikilsky?
Yes.
Mr. Weissman?
Yes.
Mayor Lynch?
Yes.
Now may I make a request?
You can make a motion.
That we have. I'm not sure it needs to be a motion, but I would like to make a request that we place the outcome of this ordinance into our communication to town residents so that it's not a surprise when the next water bills come out.
I second that motion or request.
Thank you.
All right.
As to what for a base rate customer, what would the impact be? What is the bill going to be the next time you get your water bill? That's all. So people can plan.
3%. I don't think people are really going to notice, but We can.
Oh,
certainly do that.
people will notice.
All right,
Anyway, thank you. If we could just communicate.
we'll do a voice vote on that. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Opposed? Okay. Next up, recognition of council members for their service. I'm gonna get up again. Yes, you do.
You gotta get up. You gotta go down. Now we need somebody to take a picture.
Well, Rod, this is last meeting in public. It's my pleasure to publicly thank you and express our communal appreciation for what you've done. In a voice of reason here, we haven't always agreed, but I think we've done it respectfully. And you've been a true asset to the town, and I hope that you will remain engaged in our community, and thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
You guys are all in it.
15 minutes.
Thank you.
Just like the last guy spoke. It's the holiday season, the time of giving.
First of all, I wanted to express my gratitude to the mayor and all my council members. I'd also like to thank our administrator, our dedicated town hall staff. If you don't deal with our town hall staff, they're really good. They're top notch. We talked about Michael and we talked about Liz and everybody here. They do a really good job and we're all lucky to have them all. I want to thank my family for their support during my time on the council. It's been an honor to serve. I meant to say. Although I will not be up on the days, my passion for the town remains strong. I look forward to continuing to stay involved in local activities and supporting initiatives that make our community thrive. To my successor and all new council members, congratulations. I wish you the very best as you take on this important responsibility. We have made great strides over the past 2 years, and I look forward to seeing that work continue. Thank you again for allowing me the privilege to serve our small town with a big heart, and happy holidays.
All right, I've now opened the dais up, town council member, administrator, attorney comments. Anybody has any issue to raise? The floor is yours.
Well, I just wanted to say, first of all, Mr. Murray, it's been a pleasure being your neighbor here. And thank you for your considered and thoughtful participation in the work we do here. You've been an asset. And I omitted something from my Board of Ed report, which is exciting to me, which is that they've established a new club in biomedical science, which I wish my daughter had access to 10 years ago. But anyhow, that concludes my comments.
Mr. Weissman?
That's a club I definitely would not have been a part of, but. Thank you, Rob. I really, I think you know how much I appreciate working together and all that you do. So tonight there was a really lovely menorah lighting up at Grace Lord Park. I know Councilmember Cascone, Mayor Lynch, it was great, to be there with you. And I think I'm mostly thought out. The Chief Photographer and I were talking about it. But I think this year it's hitting home a little differently for me. I think most of you know, but every year when I've been sworn in here, I take the oath of office on a copy of my great uncle's book, my namesake, Paul Benjamin Weiss, his book that he and his family, he put together of letters that he and his family wrote to each other as they were trying to escape the Nazis, escape the Holocaust. He was the only member of our family to survive the Holocaust. And I do that in part to keep his memory alive, and in part because it reminds me every year about our shared humanity. And we were talking about this a little bit up at Grace Lord tonight, that despite different religions, different beliefs, whatever it may be, there's this shared humanity that we have. Moments like tonight make me realize just how special Boonton is. as a place to be. Talking to a lot of my friends about going to a public menorah lighting after what happened over the weekend was, different reactions I was getting. And, it was a chance to talk about what I think makes Boonton a really special place. But it's that shared humanity that I'm thinking about this year on Hanukkah, as we Christmas, Kwanzaa, as we celebrate so many different festivals of lights. That light drives out darkness. And in a world where there's so much darkness right now, I think we need that light more than ever. I thank all of you for being a part of that light, making me feel like recognizing what a special place Boonton is. So happy Hanukkah and happy holidays to everybody.
Here, here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would just have one suggestion. Perhaps we shouldn't have an Irishman in charge of lighting the first. Then go as smoothly as possible. Anyone else?
Yes.
Okay.
Ben, great words. To follow that up a little bit, shining light on the town's humanity. Over the weekend, Lucille Rockus and Grace Ryerson, I want to give a shout out to them. They helped run the Mount Carmel Toy Drive, where we give out presents to numerous families in town. The Knights of Columbus, they all came out Sunday morning. Yes, it was that snowstorm. Everyone came out. Rob was actually one. I saw him there helping deliver packages. The gym at Mount Carmel was just packed with bags. Utterly amazing. I asked Rob how many trips he did. He did almost, I think, 3 trips. I did like 3 or 4 trips. And it just continues to prove that the citizens of Boonton we're a small town, but we have a huge heart. And it's just so gratifying to just, you almost feel like Santa Claus. Snow went out, we're dropping bags off, and it was just great. So, to be a part of that, this town is just awesome. So I just wanted to pass that on to those of you that didn't know. Great
Thank
job.
you for sharing.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I was supposed to say it, I didn't, that Rabbi Dubinsky asked me to pass along his appreciation to all of the council and the town for helping make this happen. So I was supposed to say that. I'm sorry, Rabbi.
I would then open the meeting up to the public. Any members of the public wishing to come forward and speak on any topic? Microphone's yours. Please do so. You can turn that around.
Good evening. Rich Bodka, 410 Lincoln Street. 3 questions. By the recycling center, are they building condos there? And how many parking spots? By Kings, what's going on with Boonton Township and Boonton with that building job? And is there a building being developed off of Fanny Road? How many units and any low-income housing? And finally, parking with the snow. How many tickets was issued, if I can get that, for parking in the street?
Okay, this is public discourse. You can make any comment you want. At the end of all public comments, I will do my best to answer your questions.
And no, that's it.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you very much.
Take a while to walk back there.
Sit up closer.
How you doing?
Mike Wade, 250 Rockaway Street, Boonton. No politics. This is personal. I want to thank you all for the flowers and the cards and the text messages and your thoughts about the last 3.5, 4 weeks of my life. We had the ambulance there 4 times, and the last time there was a police officer significantly bigger than me, and he just hugged me and we're crying and we're having a great time, and super nice guy. I don't know his name, no idea. I wouldn't remember, but the people were asking me at the funeral, the viewing, where's these flowers from? So I'm like in the Netherlands, and I'm like, this is the mayor and the council. This is the first aid squad. And it really made me feel really good because people care. We put the garbage behind us and people really care. When you're struggling with something and somebody is terminal and it's not a toothache or something, you're dealing with somebody who's dying in front of you, and you have support and you have people praying for you. Some people think that, well, that's not a big deal. Yes, it is a big deal because you're able to draw in a higher power. you were able to get God's grace to get through this mess and to deal with it. And today we buried her, and so that whole thing is over. You kind of get past it. But I want to just thank you for all you've done. Believe it or not, it really helps. It really helps. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone else? Okay, I'll try to answer Mr. Bosco's questions. We put at the recycling center, there's a approved project down there for 162 units. There is, I don't know the number of parking spaces, but it was the code. There was no modification made to what the approved required amount was. They've held up. I think they're trying to leverage us for tax incentives, which so far we have not been inclined to do so. Kings, I believe the property has changed hands, and the development agreement has been extended, and I believe they're set to renew construction there shortly. Fanny Road is approved for 17 units, none of which will be affordable units. That was one of the trade-offs to keep the building envelope a little bit smaller. They will, however, be making a contribution of, I believe, $150,000 for each of the 3 units that would require, so it'd be $450,000 coming to the town to be used for affordable housing upgrades, I believe. It goes in affordable housing trust. And finally, parking tickets. I don't know how many were given. Perhaps our chief could give some sense. Okay, how many did you personally write? No. No. I don't know. We can get you that answer though. Okay, thank you. Then we call for a motion to adjourn.
Second, Tea Venezia.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming and happy holidays.